World. Hello, YouTube. Hello, America. Hello, Patriots. Hello, 3%ers. I wanted to make a video today about a subject I've been talking about on Facebook quite a bit, and it's about the police officers' government and Constitution and constitutional rights and freedom. And I always try to state on there, same thing, I probably said this in other videos, if you really listen, people need to listen to what people say. I don't trust police officers. I don't trust the government that is trying to take our constitutional rights away. I don't care if they're trying to take away just silencers or vertical grips or bump stock. I don't care what it is. If they're trying to take our rights away from owning those, I don't trust them. So now, here is the thing that I try to explain to people, and it's hard to explain when you're trying to do keyboard warrior stuff. I'm not much on keyboard. Well, I kind of am. I kind of do pretty well at it. But I tell them, who are the ones that's going to come confiscate guns? When they get an order from a judge because of red flag laws, sorry it flies, but anyways, got a red flag law to come get your guns. It's going to be those very cops. It's going to be those marshals. It's going to be those Leos, as like people like to call them, law enforcement officers of some kind. So now, here is where I stand for all that. If they are a part of the very government that is taking your rights, taking your freedom, taking your guns, taking stuff that you worked hard for because you're smoking a plant or you made alcohol or back in the mountains somewhere, or they made up a charge and they got you for it somehow. Granted, there's some people that need to be arrested. I will say that. There are some people that need to be arrested. But when it comes to revenue collecting, they're out there collecting revenue on the stupidest little things, parking tickets, all these different things that they're just out collecting revenue. That's all it's about anymore. It's about that almighty dollar. Because when you have people that do policing for profit. When I see news reports about policing for profits, where they're sitting on a highway and they're watching people coming into the state, collecting money, looking for drug money, and they're confiscating money that people have legally, and it takes them 2 years or more, or sometimes never, to get their money back that they had legally because they suspect it's drug money. Or there's cops out there that don't like you doing this very thing right here called recording. There's cops out there that will make up laws, bully laws, and tell you to delete your film and your footage because they don't like you recording them. Sorry, you are a public official. You are a public servant. You have no choice in the matter. Get over it. Quit being a baby and quit being a pussy. If you are, get off the fucking force. This is where a lot of people don't understand me. I stand up for constitutional rights, and I stand up for freedom. I do stand up for some laws when they're constitutional laws. We have a right to self-defense. And there was a question posed on Facebook. If you had a neighbor that called in because she saw you with a gun and said that you pointed a gun at her, but you didn't, and yet SWAT team comes and they bust in, they barge in, and they are full SWAT team and they go full SWAT on you. what would you do? As for me and my household, you're not going to come through my door like that. I've got my door set up in a way you would have to come through one door to get to another door. Guarantee you, I'm going to meet you at the door. We may have a standoff, but I'm going to meet you at the door and I'm going to ask you why. Where's your warrant? What probable cause do you have? I'm going to make you answer questions. I will stand up for constitutional rights. I will make you answer questions either here or in court. One or the other. And I guarantee you, you better have every dot, every thing correct on that paperwork. Because if it's not, and I'm recording you right here, you better answer questions. Because I'm not answering yours. I don't have to answer your questions. And when I stand up for my rights, and if you get butthurt because I'm not answering your questions, and you get butthurt because I don't roll down the window all the way, you get butthurt because I don't ID when you demand me to ID when you have nothing anyways. Get over it. Sorry, my neighbor's car keeps going off because of this stupid cat. But anyways, really? Anyways, this people are getting pissed off because I'm talking about patriots. Patriots on the patriot side of it. I ask them, what is a 3%er? Do you stand up for constitutional rights? 3%ers, as I believe, stand up for constitutional rights and freedom over government. I am told by a lot of people that 3%ers stand up for government too. Last time I looked, when the Revolutionary War, they stood up for the constitutional rights. They stood up for the dividing them from a very government that is doing the same thing as today, trying to take the arms, trying to take constitutional rights. So if you're a 3%er and you're saying that you support police officers, how can you do that? That's just my question. How can you do that? You're saying, come and take my guns, but yet you got a blue line on your truck. That blue line symbol, or that flag, to me is a gang symbol. So, you're saying come and take it to the very people that's going to come and take it. How stupid does that sound? You're saying that I must support the police officers because I'm a 3%er. No, I don't. I don't have to support them. I didn't say do away with them. I never said do away with them. I said I don't support them. There's a difference. I don't want to totally do away with them. When they're militarized, they have military vehicles, and we don't. They have the same guns as us, and they want to take those guns because they're scared we might outnumber them and outpower them because of the guns. Well, you know what? That's what American is. To be American constitutionalist is. We have a right to renew the government. It's written in the Constitution. We have a right to overthrow a tyrannical government. There you go. So, when you have a sheriff or a cop or a chief of police, or I don't care who they are in the government that is tyrannical, they can be recalled, they need to be fired, arrested, and done away with. Gone. Out of society. Because if they're using and abusing that position to further their agenda. I don't care if it's the communist agenda or their personal own agenda, just to be a bully and a thug. They need to be arrested. I'm telling you, people need to make up their mind. Do you stand for constitutional rights? Do you stand for freedom? Do you stand for God and country? What do you stand for? Do you stand for government and cops over that very freedom that you're claiming that you support? It's a simple question. What do you stand for? These cops are out there pulling people over because they do this, or because they do this, or because they're walking legally with a gun. They have a legal right to walk down the street with a gun on their side, on their chest, on their back, walking around with a gun. They're arresting people, falsely arresting them. In the state of Texas, as soon as that light comes on, that is an arrest. Look it up. As soon as they turn on that light, that's an arrest. So as soon as they turn on that light, they better have probable cause why they're pulling me over. I check my truck out. I know what lights are working. I know what lights are not working. I know what's legal on my truck. So if they try to say my license plate light is not bright enough, I'll tell them check again. They try to say my turn signal didn't work, I'll tell them check again. They try to make up something just to pull me over, just to have probable cause, I'll tell them you better be ready to go to court, because we're going to court. And I do use my phone to record them. I record them. I don't answer questions. I ask what the probable cause is. Am I being detained? And if I'm being detained, what crime did I commit? Why would, if I mind my own P's and Q's and my own business, what reasons would the cops have to look at me? I'm one that stays quiet and stays to myself, normally, off of here, for a reason. I don't want to run into cops, because I don't want to talk to them. If I don't want to talk to them, I won't go seeking them out and getting in their face and cussing them out and doing anything stupid just to draw attention to myself, just so I can get views. I don't care if anybody views this. That's not the point. I'm putting my point out there. You're hearing my point. I'm using my freedom of speech. Now will I say do away with all cops? No. Will I say there are some good cops? Yes. Will I say there are bad cops? Yes. They outnumber the good cops. Sorry to say that I feel that way, but they do. In the town that I live in, right here in Texas, I'll tell you, Canyon, Texas, there's a lot of good cops. Not very many of them in this town, but a lot of good cops. There you go, I said it, there are good cops. But there are bad ones too. So, are there people that need to be arrested by cops? Need to get their ass beat? Probably. Maybe. You act stupid, get stupid. It's a rule of thumb. You do something stupid, you get stupid. There it is. Constitutional rights, freedom. It's not free. It's not free to be free in this country. Somebody had to go defend that freedom, that constitutional rights. The people that wear these defend that every day. I don't care if it's a militia, military, or even the constitutional people in government that are trying to fight for Constitution in government. Whatever they do to stand up for freedom and constitutional rights, it's not free to be free. And I support all veterans. I do. The only time I don't support them is when they become a drunk, an alcoholic, or drug addict, and they're just a drain on society. I'm sorry I feel that way, but that's what they are. I was homeless. I've seen them. I've seen them where they take money, they'll go out and panhandle, and next thing they do, they go out and buy a beer, 6-pack of beer, they go buy alcohol, bottle of alcohol, and they get drunk. I don't support that. I won't support that. Now, if you're a veteran and you're standing up and you're making something great of yourself, you're working hard and you're trying to, or you're homeless not by choice. Alcoholism is a choice. Drug addict starts with a choice. I'll support you. I'll help you out. By George, I'll help you, and I'll put my hand out there.